fans of Let's Talk Chicago Bears. It's been a while. I haven't seen you guys in I think my last show was last Friday. So, the Bears they're not giving us much to talk about these days. So, I got to get my microphone. Come on, microphone. Stop goofing around now. Not cool. So, how is everybody? It's been a great week. We got a new president, so that's a good thing, and things are looking up. So I'm in a good mood. So let's talk a little bit football here. Not a lot going on with the Bears, that's for sure. The Bears are very quiet, although I'm in Vegas. I know that last week the reporters and TV guys and radio guys were going ballistic for the fact that they didn't do it what everybody thought they should do. But as I went over that last week with you guys, it's all about the money. At the end of the day, it's all about the money. So we'll see. Right now we have 8 draft picks, so we'll see what happens. A lot can happen in the next 2 to 3 months. The draft's at the end of April, so we're going to see a lot. It's been kind of quiet. They haven't even hired an defensive coordinator yet. I'm not really sure what you guys are hearing, but I'm certainly not hearing much here. My guess is it might be internal. They might. There was the rumors that they were going to pick somebody internal, and some of the guys are left over from Vic Fangio, which I'm down with if they're as good as Vic. So we'll see. But really, basically, all the Bears are just doing nothing right now. All of it is internal. They're probably they're assessing this past year, and all a bunch of lip talk, right? So we'll see. But unfortunately, not much to say about the Bears. So let's talk about the 2 playoff games. The playoffs have been awesome this year, and before they started, I was saying playoff football is the best football, because usually you do see pretty darn good football, and I think we have so far. There's only a couple stinker games, and unfortunately ours was one of them. Ours and then the Pittsburgh game. But so let's talk about the 2 games. We've got 2 games on Sunday and deciding who's going to go to the Super Bowl. So your first game is Tampa Bay at Green Bay. A lot of people are like, they don't like either choice. I know I've talked to some people and they're like, I don't want either one of them to go, but that's just not going to happen. It's one of them's going to go. So let's talk about this a little bit. This kind of surprised me. Brady and Rodgers have only faced each other 3 times, and Brady's up 2-1. They said the very first time that they shared the field was in 2006. There was a matchup between the Patriots and the Packers, and Rodgers came in for an injured Brett Favre, so he wasn't even the starter yet, and that turned out to be a lopsided win by the Patriots. So it was really more coming in for an injured quarterback and mopping up, because it was something like 35-0. And then Brady and Rodgers came together in 2010, but take this back. Rodgers and Brady were supposed to play in 2010, but Rodgers suffered a concussion the week before, and he was unable to play. The 2 finally squared off as starters in 2014 and then again in 2018. So, those are the other 2 games besides the one that they sort of played in 2006. So they haven't really played that much, but he is in the American Football League, and we're in the National, and so we don't play that too often. We don't play their divisions too often. So, but Green Bay is the number 1 seed, and Tampa Bay is the number 5 seed. And so, really, these 2 quarterbacks have been around forever. It's going to be up to the defenses. So the defenses the defense. Let me get to that. Here we go. So the defense, Tampa Bay has a number 1 defense. Green Bay has a number 2 defense. Green Bay is number 2 in offense, and Tampa Bay is number 5 in offense. So they're pretty much right on course, about the same. Obviously, Green Bay has a little bit of an edge, but it really depends on how Tampa Bay shows up and what kind of weather there is, too. Although people are like, oh, if it snows, Brady. Brady played how many years? What, 20 years or something in New England? Pretty sure he's used to crappy weather, so that's not really going to be a thing. But I love snow games, so I don't know what it's doing in the Midwest. I do know it's supposed to snow up in the Vegas mountains this Sunday, this weekend, which would be nice because there's no snow. They have to make snow right now. And usually those mountains are on the mountaintops. When you're driving around, you see white. We're not even seeing that. We haven't had rain in something like 240 something days. No measurable rain. So we're looking for a little rain here. So, but it should be a good game. I want that more than anything. This is tough for me because I realized something about Brady this year. It's not that I dislike Brady so much, it's Bill Belichick. I think that's a problem because I think Belichick is a cheater, and I think he cheats as much as he can and has for a long time and has gotten away with it. So I guess that's why I acted like I didn't like Brady and then I find I'm pretty sure now it's more I don't like Belichick. So out of the two, I would like Green Bay to win because I'm a Bears fan, and a true blue Bears fan does not root for the Green Bay Packers. I'm sorry, it just does not happen. But if I were have to pick and somebody put a gun to my head and said, you got to pick one, I'm going to pick Green Bay. So I say Green Bay is going to win, but I want Tampa Bay to win. So we'll see. I mean, anything can go. You know how I say this. Any team can be beaten on any given day. It just depends. You never know. There could be injuries. There could be, who knows? So let's just pray for a really good game. And that's the early game, the Tampa Bay Green Bay game. And then the second game is going to be a really good one, I think. Providing Mahomes plays, is Bills at Kansas City. Kansas City is the number 1 seed, and the Bills are the number 2 seed. So they're very close there. The Bills are on defense, they're number 4 seed. They're 4th on defense, and KC is 5th on defense. No, that's not right. Oh my God, I forgot to put it down. I think they're 5th or 6th on defense, KC. And then offense, KC is number 4 and the Bills are number 10. So Kansas City's got the Bills on offense, but the Bills have, oh, excuse me, holy moly. The Bills are number 10. They're ranked 10 in offense. So Kansas City's better offensively, a little bit better. The Bills are better on defense. Because I want to say Kansas City was maybe 7 or 8 on defense. I forgot to put it in my notes. What the heck, Lynn? Woo! See what happens when you get to be old and your brain is pickled and you kill too many brain cells. Although, I heard recently that you can actually grow back brain cells. I was like, really? Pretty sure that's never going to happen in this brain. It's way too pickled and old. So anyways, so we got Mahomes and Allen, and they've only played once so far because they're both young. Although Mahomes already has a Super Bowl ring. And they played this year, week 6, and Kansas City won 26-17. But I was looking at the stats. Neither quarterback really, they scored, obviously, but they weren't spectacular in that game. But I got to tell you, these two are going to be like Brady and Peyton, that rivalry for all those years, or whoever, and any other rivalry you want to do, because they're good. Josh Allen, I got to tell you what, the Bills have got a quarterback finally. Good for them. Why can't the Bears find somebody like Josh Allen? Why? Well, we know we could have had Mahomes. So we're not going down that road again. But it is going to be a good quarterback rivalry to watch in the future, and I'm really looking forward to it. This game should be good. I did, they put some numbers together. So combined, these two quarterbacks this year combined with their stats, they have thrown for 9,284 throwing yards, and they combined with 75 touchdowns. pretty darn good, right? Yeah. So we don't know. It hasn't been 100% confirmed that Mahomes is playing this week. He has a concussion, and quite honestly, it doesn't matter if he is not, if he doesn't pass all the tests. It don't matter if he wants to play because those days are over. Those days of when I watched football and it wasn't good, but it happened. These guys were out there playing with concussions. It didn't matter. They just put them right back out there, And but it's going to happen. But if I know Mahomes, and as we all know, last year he dislocated his kneecap. I was watching that game. His kneecap was like on the side of his knee, and he was back. After 2 games? The guy's a tough cookie. So, but again, doesn't matter how tough you are if you don't pass the questions asked come Sunday for the concussion protocol. He's not playing. Now, if he doesn't play, it's who's their backup? Chad Henning, maybe? Am I right about that? I should have looked, but I think he is. Let me think about this. I think he is, Chad Henning, and he went to Michigan, so I watched him. But if he doesn't play, I don't see Kansas City winning. But you never know. Now, if he plays, everyone's picking Kansas City. No one's giving the Bills a chance. I personally think the Bills can beat them. It is in KC. I think they can beat them, and I really want them to beat them. I really do hope that the Bills go all the way and win the Super Bowl because if you're young, you've heard these things, but they went to the Super Bowl. Was it the late 80s and 90s, 4 times in a row and lost every game? That's just brutal. I mean, we think we got it bad. That's worse. I mean, yeah, we haven't been, but to go 4 years in a row and not win one, I'm saying that's like worse than what we have. So I do want them to win, and I do like Josh Allen a lot. So I'm picking the Bills. And so the pick for the Super Bowl is Bills and Green Bay, and I want the Bills to go all the way. So let's see what happens, right? I just hope for a good game. Either way, like I say, anybody can be beaten. So should be a really good Sunday. I love it. I'm getting a little sad though because, excuse me. Oh my Lord, I am so sorry. That's not very professional, is it? Sorry about that. This is when I know it's almost over. It sucks. I mean, didn't it not seem like we just started the season in September? I got to tell you what, the one thing about 2020 I heard somebody say, and I thought that was very well put. They said the days were long, but the months went fast. And I was like, you're right. Especially in the fall, it went like that. Probably because I was watching football all weekends. But so I'm a little sad it's coming to an end, but baseball's around the corner. And I've been preaching. I'm going to do a White Sox show. And I'm only going to do a couple of them a week. It's going to be pretty much the same. Light, fun. And I'm even going to try to do a live show. I'm going to practice on baseball. So when football comes around, my son and I want to do a live show, so that would be a lot of fun, won't it? So, what else? That's it. I mean, there's nothing really else to talk about. I was going to do a parody song on Wednesday for the new president, and then you know what I thought? I looked at myself in the mirror and said, Lynn, and I said, what? And because that's what I do. Should you do that? Because you know what? It's just a parody, and it was funny, but sometimes people take things too personally, especially in this last year we've been through. So I decided, don't mix politics and sports variety show. So I got to say this is huge for me because I'm one of these people that says what's on our mind. I'm not a liar. Actually, the fact that I tell the truth has gotten me in trouble more than it hasn't. Telling the truth has got me more in trouble than ever telling a lie. I'll tell you that much because at work, it would be like, Lynn, my office. So I don't have a real buffer, and that seems to be a problem for me. But anyway, so You didn't get to sing that song parody, but I love to sing and I love parody. So, you know what? I'm gonna come up with something for the Sox. So if they when I do my show, I'll do it. So if they win a series, like they win 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4, I'll have a song. And so we'll have some fun with that. So even if you're not a White Sox fan, you're a Cubs fan, I'll probably dabble in with them a little bit, but I'm not a Cubs fan, and we're going to talk all about that. When you watch my show, you'll hear how that happened, because I got a lot of White Sox stories. And, I had some good Bears stories. So watch the show. Tell people. And remember, the shows are just for fun. I'm not, I'm no expert at anything. I just kind of give facts. And usually what it does is it sends people out to look up the stats. And I want to go back now something, because I just realized what I did. I'm such a dope, I swear to God. So on the defenses, the Bills are number 3 defense, and KC is number 4. KC is number 4 in offense, and Bills are number 10 in offense. So I think I just realized, reading my own writing, that's what it was. So I'm just a nutball. But I already miss you guys. I'm just so bummed that that the show is coming to an end. But I will come on next week, and we'll talk about these 2 games and the Super Bowl, and then it's 2 weeks until the Super Bowl. So I'm not sure what I'll be doing in between, but we'll see, right? And you guys are I have the greatest supporters. I don't have a lot of them. Last time I checked, it was 172. But I got to tell you what, that 172 to me is like, one of these rich people who are always doing YouTube shows, and, the Kardashians and all those weirdos. They got, 172 million. I just have 172. And you know what? That's cool by me, because you guys are great. You guys are nice. There's no keyboard bullies on this show, and I don't want that. And there's been a few not so cool comments, and they weren't related to football. So I'll tell you what, if anything nasty comes through on comments and stuff, I delete them. There's been a few that were not appropriate at all. So, and I have some young watchers. I got a buddy who is a big Mitch fan, and I told you about him weeks and weeks ago. He played a joke on me, pretending like he was Mitch on YouTube and saying hi to me, and I realized, no, it's not Mitch. But he's a really good kid, and he's one of my biggest supporters. So, you know what? I got to keep the show somewhat clean, because I do have a potty mouth. So, anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. I love you guys. And as always, you know what I say. Let's keep together. We got to help one another. We're all going through this together. It's not over. I mean, yes, we have a new president. Things are looking up. 2021 is looking up. We're going to get through this pandemic. Everyone's just got to get vaccinated, and then we can take off those damn masks. And get back to life again. And by the time the fall comes around, maybe there'll be people in the football stands. Wouldn't that be great? So, love one another. Help people out if you can. And as always, keep on rocking and rolling from Vegas, baby. All right, I'll see you next week. Go Bills and go Tampa Bay.